significant things that happened in my life. I would say me being, my dad and my mom being, singers in the choir. That actually inspired me to be who I am today, even though that wasn't what I wanted to be.
There's this debate that goes on around where Afrobeats comes from.
So I know for a fact that it started from Ghana. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. Llama, llama, red pajama. Whimper softly for his mama. Mama, mama, here's the phone. Mama, llama starts to moan.
That was crazy, man. Welcome to Chop Bar, where we talk about African food, music, and the stories behind the artists you love most. I am your host, DJ Bo, in the building. Today with me is an artist that is making a lot of noise in the African music scene. He is a master at blending Afrobeats, hip-hop, hip-life, and many global sounds. With collaboration with some of the top artists in Ghana, he is set for the global stage. RJZ, welcome to Chop Bar.
Thank you for having me.
So obviously there is something in front of me and you as well. Can you describe what we have?
Okay, so over here I see jollof rice with fried chicken and salad on the side.
Shall we dig in?
Yeah, certainly.
All right. So this is Ghanaian jollof rice. I've heard about Nigeria jollof rice. I've heard about Senegalese jollof rice. So I'm very, very interested in how this tastes.
Sure. How does it taste?
Wow. It's very good. The sauce on the side is a little spicy. I wasn't expecting that.
I like spicy,
So, as we are going through and eating this food, one of the questions I have for you, as an artist, if you were to describe your music as a dish, how would you describe it?
As a dish, I'd say wache because wache is my favorite. So, I'd say wache. But if I'd go with standard, I'd say I'd want it to be more of like a dish, served from like a buffet. Like,
Okay.
a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. So wache is, so far, I've had the pleasure of trying a lot of wache in Ghana. I've tried the street ones, and that's absolutely my favorite. And so it's great to hear that. But I do agree in terms of when you talk about the blend of having a buffet and having different food, your music, I think, really speaks to that. I really also want to understand you as an artist and kind of your upbringing. So if you were to think about yourself around the age of 5 to 10, what are some of the stories that I need to know and understand that makes up the man in front of me today?
I mean, I would say from the age of 5, I don't think I remember a lot about, I would say, significant things that happened in my life. I would say me being, a pastor's child.
Okay.
My dad being my dad and my mom being, singers in the choir. That's actually inspired, me to be who I am today, even though that wasn't what I wanted to be. And I mean, from a young age, I also loved football.
Okay.
So football has been my, my number one passion.
Okay.
Yes, and I love sports. Anything that has to do with sports and art. I'm totally down for it. I used to draw. I remember drawing from a very young age. So art, music, and sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you think about music specifically, do you have an early memory of music that kind of sparked your interest, that really motivated you to really pursue music?
When I was young, my dad used to play like, lots of, gospel music, like Christian music. So I grew up listening to more Christian music than, any other type of, music. But obviously I had cousins and, friends that I grew up with. And these people also, introduced me to, hip hop and all these things. I had a cousin who used to really love Tupac. So then, I found the whole story of, the gang violence and all these things fascinating. So
right.
Yeah, so that's what, got me interested in music, but it wasn't really something that I wanted to pursue,
okay.
Even at that age.
Yeah.
at a very young age, I knew I wanted to play football, so that was what I wanted to do. And then with the music, it was just, you know, fun here and there, and then, you know, singing with friends and stuff like
Right.
that. And as I grew up, and then I just realized that it was something that I could really, you know, look into since I was getting old as well.
Yeah, that's really amazing. So you mentioned your friends a lot, and I'm thinking right now, if I was to pick up the phone and call up one of your friends from primary school or JSS, what are some of the stories they would tell me about you?
I mean, I was a very hyperactive person.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah. I mean, I did get into a little bit of trouble, but not, you know, serious trouble or, you know, I wasn't a bad boy, but, you know, I was very, enthusiastic about football. And so obviously I was all over the place when it comes to, you know, sports. So, I mean, with sports, people have so many stories about me when it comes to sports. Yeah.
Okay. So were you one of the guys where people saw, you know, you were going to play professionally or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So are you still pursuing that dream alongside with music, or is that on the side?
I mean, if I had a chance, because I still love football.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, the music and then the amount of time and the dedication that, you know, it requires it seems almost impossible, but I mean, nothing's impossible.
Right,
know?
right.
I'm still, you know, hopeful, but I mean, for now, I want to focus on music because I feel like that's my calling. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know in the Ghanaian culture, names are very, very important. Your artist name is RJZ. Can you help us understand what that means, what that stands for?
Okay, so RJZ is an abbreviation for Rocco Jove Zenith.
Okay.
And with Rocco Jove Zenith, I just picked characters from, you know, like I said, like my upbringing. And then for me, I used to love, I love history. You know, I love history. I like, you know, Greek mythology, and I like to read history books and stuff. So, yeah, that's why I picked the Jove from. But with Rocco, when I was young, there's this cartoon that I used to watch, Rocco's Modern Life.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was one character in there, Rocco. He was a wallaby. Yeah, and he had this funny way of, you know, speaking the truth even though it hurts, but in a very funny way. And then you know, I've just felt like, you know, my music, I can't make music and not speak about anything besides what I've been through. So that's why I picked that from. And then Zenith obviously means, you know, the pinnacle, like the top. So then it's more of an ascension thing, yeah. So that's why I picked those names from.
You know, that is so beautiful. I would never have guessed that. And so thank you for sharing that.
Appreciate it.
That really takes me to one of your albums, and Dance on the Moon. So I know you did a collaboration with North, and so I've listened to your music, and that one stands out because for me, it was mind-blowing. It was out of this world, and your ability to bring the local dialect into music that is really global, I thought was really amazing. Can you tell me about your musical influences?
I'll tell you, growing up, like I said, I used to listen to a lot of Christian music.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as time went on, obviously, I mean, watching TV and stuff, you'd listen to other, you know, but I wasn't really into the Ghanaian, you know, the hip life and you know, with that, I had to, like, you know, sit down and actually pay attention to the type of music and then, you know, enjoy it, you know. So me growing up, I listened to more of, you know, Western music and then gospel music. So that's where I pick, like, my inspiration when it comes to melodies and, you know, and, you know, construction of music and stuff.
I do want to go to, and feel free to enjoy the meal as well.
It's a bit spicy, so I want to take my time.
Guys, the spice is amazing. You dropped what I think will be considered an EP, 2-track, one Afrobeats and one strictly hip hop. I found that very interesting because those are very two different sounds. What was the thinking behind that in showing those two different sides of your music?
You know, for me, I'm not just I'm a versatile artist, so it's quite difficult when you have to bring out a body of work and you have to, like, satisfy, all the like the hip hop fans and then the Afrobeats fans.
Right.
It puts you in a spot where you don't really know what to do. It's kind of like a good problem where you're kind of confused as to what kind of music you have to dish out.
Right.
So for me, my plan was, if it's going to be difficult for me to put all in one, and to be able to still have like a sequence to make the music flow as one. I mean, I'd rather do different, two different projects, and then drop them at the same time. That's what I was thinking. But I mean, we're still brainstorming.
Right.
As to how we're going to properly do it, but that's the main plan, to drop one hip hop and then one.
Yeah. And so as you're exploring and looking at what that looks like in the future, do you have any dream collaborations that you would die to have on one of your tracks?
I would say Esther Smith.
Okay.
Esther Smith, because she's one of the people that I've enjoyed listening to for a very, very long time.
Yeah. So I do have I want to show you some pictures, if you don't mind. And these pictures kind of take you back a little bit in terms of your past. Do you mind telling us kind of what this picture represents to you? And so I believe this picture is from 2012.
Yeah, it should be from 2012.
Who is this young man, and how is he different from RJZ sitting in front of me today?
Well, I think this was in Holy Child School. I was booked for I think awards night or something. Yeah, so they called me to come perform. And this young guy was more of a rapper who, I had no interest in high life or Afrobeats or anything. But yeah, it was more of, raw and, I wouldn't say an amateur, because at that time I still believed I was, a little bit of delusion, but that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Are you proud of the progression from this picture to where you are today, and kind of thinking about your future and the music that you're making? Do you see the progression continuing?
Yeah, I'm very, very proud and grateful as well, because, I never imagined, being in the position I am today.
Yeah.
And for me, even there, even me on that stage, I still thought I was going to be a footballer. So, it's very interesting when I sit back and I look at these pictures again, and then I still have those, those memories and those. Yeah, I mean, it's a good picture to look at. And I still dress this way when I go on stage. I'm very simple. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I haven't really changed.
What about this one?
Oh, I think this is in 2017 or 18. 16, 20,
yeah,
17. Yeah,
16.
Me and my grandma.
Yep.
Yeah, in Kumasi. I used to go to her place in Kumasi. I mean, anytime I was hungry, I was bored, so I used to go there. She has a huge backyard, with lots of trees, and it's like a huge garden. So that's where I sometimes go and sit and then, either sing or just, look into the, look into the skies or whatever it is, daydream, whatever it is that I do there. These are good times.
Yeah.
And then she used to make very, very good food.
Was it simpler times than it is today?
Yes, yeah. Definitely. Because for me, it was just, I wake up, go to class, come back, relax. If I'm bored, I just drive to her place, and then I'm there till I want to come back to school.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm going to just ask you some rapid fire questions. These are just, you don't need to think too much about it. Just shoot and let me know what you're thinking. So the first one is Sarkodie the goal of hip life, or would you describe someone else?
It's arguable.
Who would you consider as your Mount Rushmore of hip life, hip hop, kind of championing the Ghanaian sound?
I haven't really, thought about it, but
yeah,
I think for me, I'd put a group of people there.
Yeah.
I'll put maybe Abrafo Sarkodie, Scientific, K.O. Looney. I'd say people that I saw, even when I wasn't like rapping.
Right.
All those people, I mean, I pay like very huge respects to them. So then, I'll put them there.
There's this debate that goes on around where Afrobeats comes from? Is it from Ghana? Is it from Nigeria? Is it from somewhere else? Do we know? What is your perspective?
I was lucky enough to come across one guy, Kofi Beat Menace, you know, and he's someone who's like very he's well informed when it comes to the music, you know, and our music as a whole in Africa. So, and he has worked with a few renowned people, producers and instrumentalists and stuff. And then he gave me a little insight on, you know, how Afrobeat started. And
Yeah.
so I know for a fact that it started from Ghana. You know, when you talk about E.T. Mensah, and, you know, it started from there.
Right.
And, you know, Fela Kuti coming into, and then he actually showed me the house, literally, because he didn't stay far away from the house that Fela Kuti, you know, stayed in when he came to E.T. Mensah. So, yeah, that was in like Greater Estates. That was not far from Brigade.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know for a fact that I started here, and then, you know, but I wouldn't want to blame it on our size,
Right.
but I mean, Nigerians have, you know, done a good job of, you know, furthering the movement. So,
Yeah. Absolutely. So we are up on our final segment where we give you an opportunity to rap or do a song over one of your beats that you've done before while reading a children's book called Llama Llama Red Pajama. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Interesting. Is it a song?
It's a
I mean, it's a storybook.
It's a storybook.
Oh, okay.
And go as much as you can. If it's just the first page, fine. If you can make it all the way to the last page, you are going to...
Read a story with his mama. Mama kisses baby hair. Mama llama go downstairs. Mama llama red pajama. Feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Red pajama calls the llama mama. Mama says she'll be up soon. Baby llama heard the hum sing tune. Llama red pajama, waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. Llama red pajama, whimper softly for his mama. Mama hears the phone. Mama llama starts to moan. Red pajama listens quiet for his mama. What's the mama llama doing? Baby llama starts brewing. Llama red pajama hollers loudly for his mama. Baby llama stomps and pounds. Baby llama jumps and shouts. Llama red pajama in the dark without his mama. Eyes are wide open, covers that drown. What if it's his mama gone?
That was crazy, man. That was crazy. You did the whole thing. Wow.
I was trying to be a legend.
Oh, man. That was crazy. Have you read that before?
No.
Wow. That's talent right there, guys.
time out.
That's talent. Thank you for tuning into Chop Bar. We enjoyed some amazing jollof rice from Ghana. You got a chance to meet RJZ, an absolutely talented artist. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. See you right here back on the channel. We global.